thanks to the support as a channel member, John Comey. Oh, what an exciting day. A bonus non-league to legend weekend upload that releases while I'm on my way to Bedford to watch the team play for real. And not only that, we're playing against two teams that have previously been non-league to legend starting teams in the Christmas fixtures. It's magic. Something else I'm enjoying is watching my director of football try and sign players for me. I gave up long ago because we don't have the budget to be able to do it. The scouting budget thing. That's a lovely remnant from FM24. How do you rebuild the game from scratch and still bring that over with you? I don't fully understand what's going on there. There's some legacy code in here somewhere, boys and girls. But yeah, every now and again, my director of football does make an offer for a player. I agree with him. We need a centre-back, and this guy would certainly get the... I mean, he's 5'4". Maybe he's not the... If this one goes through. He's like the third centre-back we've tried to sign, and they all fall through because we can't offer them sensible money. I'm now genuinely a little bit worried this is the one that we actually sign. How are you a 5'4" centre-back who's played... You are still playing for Woodford, whoever they are. I mean, we'd play him at right back, I guess, but I think, you know what? I have been enjoying him trying to sign. We are pulling out of that one, just in case. But there's been 3 or 4 that he's tried to sign of varying qualities. This guy, I was a little bit more hopeful by. Hermes Gibio, who's 6'2" and, you know, a normal size for a defender. He's at Weston-super-Mare. He didn't want to come to us. He's not played a game all season. He prefers that than playing for us. So yeah, there's been a few. I don't expect any of them to actually go through, but like I say, it's fun to watch him keep trying. I don't think there have been any. Can we have transfer history as a bookmark, please, Sports Interactive? I know you're watching. I would like transfer history as a bookmark. And we've had no more business go through since the last episode. And what we have done is gone on another one of our streaks. We're very formy, very streaky, very, dare I say, morale. We had that run in the last episode where we hadn't won for ages. And then we've gone on another little unbeaten run, which did include a little mini cup run in the FA Trophy. We got knocked out on penalties by Southport. But I think we were 5 or 6 games unbeaten in the league, then did lose against Marine in our last match. So the league table looks like this as we approach the halfway point of the season, 1 game away from halfway. We're exactly where we would want to be, mid-table, 12th place, 30 points on the board. And today we play Leamington, who are down in the relegation zone, and Kings Lynn, who are below us in the league as well. So fingers crossed, we can have a lovely old Christmas. It's Boxing Day, and this is the team we're sending to Leamington. I think we're away. Are we away in Leamington? We are away in Leamington. We're off to Leamington. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So it's Ashmore in goal. A back four of Gimmer, Kwakaya, Green and Gordon. Gamfey and Taylor in midfield. Tobin, who we did bring in on loan to offer some competition in there. He's out for a couple of months now. He's strained his knee ligaments, which apparently are needed for playing football. Lawson's on the left, Abodo on the right, Marsh and Whittaker up front. Jeffers has been off the transfer list. I then put him back on it, and now he's back on it again at his own request again since the last episode. He ended up having a couple of matches in the team because Whittaker got suspended for 3 matches rather than 1 match off the back of his red card in the previous episode. But yeah, Jeffers still yet to do anything resembling being a professional footballer, which is not ideal. Oh, I remember Leamington. Where's the horse? They've got rid of the horse and built a load of houses. If you don't remember me managing Leamington, it's another place where I went and did a match day vlog. They've got the same fenced-in trees that we've got. That's clearly a non-league thing. Just fence in some trees behind one of the goals and then put random houses in fields. Oh, there is a road, but it doesn't lead up to their front doors. Their front door, and then there's lots of trees. No one's got gardens. There's no fences. And there is a burger van, but it's entirely fenced off and there's no people in front of it. The stadiums are definitely improved. They're also definitely nowhere near where they should be in 2025. But progress is progress. I'm all for it. It remains 0-0. What I was saying, the lead up to that was supposed to be, if you want a little feel for how today's match day vlog that I'm filming, which should be with you tomorrow on the channel, if you want a little feel for how that might be, oh, what a shot from Marsh, and somehow we don't turn it into the back of the net. They've got more trees in their little fenced-off garden than we have. Third attempt. If you want a little bit of an idea of what the matchday vlog is going to be like I say, did one at Leamington, also did one at Kings Lynn. I've done a lot of them over the years. Going to see starting clubs is always a fun day out. Never done a chicken taste test though, which I imagine at the time you're watching this, there is a chance I've got chicken grease in my beard. There's always a chance I've got chicken grease in my beard, but the chance is higher today as I do have to go to Bedford and go to multiple chicken shops on a Saturday morning. I hope they're open. It'll be fine. I assume somebody's looked into all of this for me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm fascinated, genuinely fascinated, that you're here for what, episode 5, episode 6 of the series, and apparently didn't watch episode 1. That is extraordinary. I would like to know your story. Please share it with me down in the comments section. We have not had a shot on target yet against a team who are scrapping down in the relegation zone, and we've only lost once in like 7-8 matches. We are coming into this in relatively good form with a pretty close to full strength team, and we're not playing very well at all. I think we've had a heavy Christmas. It is Boxing Day. It's not, I was going to say it's far to travel. It's not even that far to travel. Bedford to Leamington doesn't feel very far at all. I think in non-league, they do try and minimise Boxing Day and New Year's Day travel. Although Bedford to Kings Lynn is quite the trek for New Year. I think it's New Year's Eve we play that, or maybe the day before. Lawson drills it across goal. Oh, that was a snapshot effort from Whittaker, and it was a very, very good save from the Leamington goalkeeper. I'm not quite sure how he's managed to react quickly enough to keep that out of the net, but somehow he does. But that was the chance of the game so far. We now resort to lumping the ball forward for our small strikers again, and more often than not, doesn't work. We need to get in behind defenders, not play it in at head height to our strikers with their backs to goal. It's the wrong profile of striker. That's more like the pass. Marsh gets in behind, takes it round the keeper, and it is 1-0. I mean, it takes us a while to get our sighters in for these long passes, but when we hit them, that's beautiful. That is a lovely, lovely ball, and lovely composure from Marsh to just take that touch, to take it round the keeper, slot it into an empty net. It's Leamington 0, Bedford 1, and if we look at what that does to the league table, it gets us up into that top half, which is a jolly nice place to be, if you ask me. And you've clicked on my video. That effectively was asking me, so I will voice my opinions in it. I know some people don't like hearing me voice my opinions at the moment, but I'll voice my opinion on that. Right, let's make some substitutions. We don't need to open that can of worms. Goodness me. We're back in that situation when we've got no fit centre backs. I'm going to bring on Phillips because Kwekaya's shattered. So we're going to drop Taylor back into the back four, swap those two around like that, and that will have to do. Isaacson can come on for Gordon. That's a pretty standard substitution for us at this stage. And Abodo is having a rotten game. So we're going to bring on Panther for him on the right-hand side. I'm always tempted to put Whittaker out onto the right-hand side when I make that change, but Panther hasn't scored yet. Whittaker's still our top scorer. So despite the fact I think Whittaker is probably a better winger than Panther is, I think he's just a better player all round. So we leave it as is. Right, a couple more changes need making. Lawson is tired. Avero can come on for him. Gemma is tired. Coyle can come on for him. And then that is the usual substitutions now. Sean Jeffers sat there on the bench, not getting to come on because it's basically a waste of a substitution. He comes on, walks around a bit and makes no contribution to the match. So he can do that without officially being on the pitch. He can fetch beverages and collect the cones and stuff, drive the bus home. We need tasks for Sean Jeffers. But importantly, we have picked up an away win. It's a rare feat for us this season, picking up an away win. Leamington are one of the worst teams in the league, so we probably should have done, but it puts us up to 10th in the league. I'm not going to look up at what it potentially gets us quite close to points-wise, because I don't think it's any of my business. But if we had another nice little unbeaten run, we could be having an interesting conversation in Monday's episode. So next up is Kings Lynn, who are just below us in the league. They're down in 17th place, 6 points behind us. A win here. I mean, I was trying to be subtle about it and say it quietly, but a win here could potentially propel us into a playoff conversation. It's not necessarily a conversation I know that I think that I'm ready for, but, you know, it would be an interesting one to have. It's an unchanged team because we don't really have the squad depth to change the team at all. But fingers crossed, back at our place today, we can make it 2 wins on the trot, which we haven't done very often this season. We've had unbeaten runs. They're often quite full of draws. There's been a couple of times where we've maybe won 2 or 3. But yeah, it's fairly rare. But we're having a nice Christmas so far. Long may it continue. These cowards, look, playing a flat back 6. Grow up. Play a sensible tactic. It's now so long since I managed King's Lynn. I don't think I recognise any of the players in their team, which is a bit of a shame when you realise. I mean, the mad thing is, it's the 11th year I've done non-league to legend. King's Lynn were one of the early teams, I think. Probably 2nd or 3rd year, maybe. So even if they did have play, Clunan, I think, was there when I was there. But he was probably an up-and-coming young player back when I did the save originally. He's now 31 years old. Oh, everyone's getting older apart from me. I'm aging in reverse. Oh, please let the compliments flow down in the comments. Tell me how good I'm looking for my age. Nearly 30 now, believe it or not. Oh my word, nearly as old as Clunan. Right, still 0-0. We've not really done very much just yet, and I've hurt my head doing my little. Oh, I'm so pretty. I've got a broken nail and I've scratched my forehead with it, which is a disaster because that's how wrinkles form, I think. Not that I'd know. Nearly 30, like I say. That's not grey in my beard. That's you need to clean your screen. There's no grey in my beard. That's blonde. It's a style choice. Right, let's do a goal before people start getting mean at me. I don't like it when people get mean. That's a lovely take from Gamma, who charges forward. And, I mean, he's been absolutely clattered there by Clunan. Send him off for crimes against my boys. Right, we've got a set piece here. Whittaker plays it short to Lawson. Whittaker gets it back in. Whittaker was through. It's pouring with rain because it's FM26. But unfortunately, Whittaker not able to apply the finish. It remains 0-0. It might be staying 0-0 because looking at who the best players on the pitch have been so far today, it's all defenders on both teams. The attackers clearly not having a very nice time at the moment. Whittaker lays it back to Giamma, who's got Lawson ahead of him. Lawson plays it back to Quikaya, and now Giamma again. Ball over the top, looking for Whittaker. Whittaker brings it down his chest. Lovely work from him. Oh, the cheeky little back heel for Lawson, and he can't finish. It's behind for a corner. It was lovely football. It's going to be Gordon to take for the outswinger. Looking at the far post, not able to find a blue shirt. Ebodo bursts into the area though, but his shot is a tame one straight into the hands of the King's Lynn keeper. 0-0 at half time. We did have a little burst of excitement right at the end of that first half though. I think if we'd have had 5 more minutes of half, we'd have had a chance to maybe get the breakthrough there. We certainly ended the team the strongest, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going into the second half. It is alarming that their main centre-back and their goalkeeper both having particularly good games today, which doesn't bode well for us when our attackers and particularly our wide players in our wing play system not playing well at all so far today. Lawson over the top for Whittaker, looking for that pass that you saw him do in the Leamington game. This time overhits it, and the highlight kind of peters out, but it's back with Gamfi and now Green, who's trying to find Marsh, but it just comes straight back again. A bit of head tennis going on. Marsh shoots from range. He's got no business at all scoring from there, and he knows it. Giving it the big fists. Lovely stuff. Lovely goal. Well taken goal. It's so scrappy in the build-up. It screams non-league. But Marsh was given a little bit of space by the centre-back and just hits it first time, catches the goalkeeper unawares, and it's 1-0 just before the hour mark. And that could do some genuinely beautiful things to the in-play league table. Puts us up to 8th in the league, 2 points behind 5th place Fylde. I think it's top 7 in this league going to the playoffs. First goes up automatic. Then we have that weird playoff where you played like there's 6 teams in it and it gets confusing, I think. A playoff run this year would be beautiful. As long-time viewers will know, I'm very good at the playoffs. Really very good at the playoffs, so I'm keen to be in them. Right, Phillips is going to come on, and Quick Eye is just going to have to stay on today. We're playing a lot of football, and we've got a lot of tired legs out there, but we still need, with Tobin injured, we still need a centre-back and or centre-mid. We're one short in the squad. We've got the starters that we've got, and we've got the one reserve who can come on. So of those 4 players, one can get a rest each match. And it's not ideal and is leading to injuries, as we've seen with Tobin picking up an injury. Right, Avero, who plays in a position where we have got some decent depth. Whitaker and Marsh, a nice little interchange from them. Gordon to Arbodo, and then they're just knocking it back and forth between them as well. Some nice little neat passing going on from some of our little combinations of players scattered around the pitch. What we'd really like is a second goal, please and thank you, because I won't feel fully comfortable until we get it. What have we got on the bench? Isaacson is a standard change. He can come on at right back. We've got Jeffers and we've got Panther. So again, it comes down to a choice between one of those two. Abodo is the only one in the front 4 who's tired. So Panther comes on the right-hand side. The squad is so small, there's pretty much no decisions for me to make in situations like that. There is literally only one thing I could do. I mean, I guess bringing Jeffers on is the other thing that I could do. I feel like we addressed why we're not going to do that in the previous match, though. So it literally is just, I think they're the same 5 substitutions that I made in the previous game, apart from maybe I took off a different one of the 4 who can only be replaced by one man. But none of it really matters. A lot of teams are having the same issues we're having. There's a lot of part-time teams in this league. There's a lot of tired legs in this league. And the important thing is, 24 games in, just after the halfway point of the season, we're up to 8th in the league, 36 points already on the board. And I declare us to be in the hunt for the playoffs. So next episode will be us trying to do that. Remember, there's no transfer window at this level, so although it is about to be January, we've been trying to sign players and haven't been able to. So I'm not expecting us to make much in the way of transfer business unless we get some money from somewhere, and we don't have any money. So I'm probably going to get through the second half of the season a little bit quicker than the first half. Obviously, if we do end up in a playoff race, things are going to get a little bit more interesting and we might slow down a bit again. But I'm thinking we probably come back for Monday's episode about halfway between now and the end of the season. Take stock there, because once we get to next summer, obviously the plan from there is complete rebuild. Almost everybody is out of contract and we rebuild from scratch, and we'll be doing it with me having a new coaching badge as well, because I have finally been allowed to start studying for my National C licence, which I like this little qualification ladder screen that we've got new in the game now. I'm actively studying for that one, which is very nice to see. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Keep an eye out for the match day vlog from Bedford that should be with you at some point tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.